Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by things you can't control, whether it's other people's actions, unexpected events, or just the daily chaos of life, then this video is for you. Today, we're diving into the Stoic practice of detachment, how to let go of what you can't control and find peace amidst the uncertainty. Detachment isn't about not caring, it's about caring wisely. It's about focusing your energy where it matters most, on the things you can actually influence. So, let's explore the art of detachment and how it can transform your life. First, let's define what we mean by detachment. In the context of Stoicism, detachment isn't about becoming indifferent or emotionless. It's not about ignoring the world around us or pretending not to care. Instead, detachment is about understanding what is within our control and what is not, and then consciously choosing to focus only on the things we can influence. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus put it perfectly when he said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." What Epictetus is saying here is that true peace comes from detaching ourselves from the outcomes we cannot control and instead focusing on our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. Detachment is about freeing ourselves from the mental burden of worrying about things that are out of our hands. It's about learning to let go and finding calmness in knowing that we are doing our best with what we have. One of the fundamental ideas in Stoicism that relates to detachment is the dichotomy of control. This principle is all about dividing the world into two categories: things we can control and things we cannot control. Let's break this down. Things we can control. This includes our thoughts, actions, reactions, and attitudes. We have full power over how we choose to respond to any situation, how we decide to act, and the way we interpret events. These are within our sphere of influence. Things we cannot control. This includes other people's opinions, the past, natural events, and so much more. We cannot control how others behave, what they think of us, or certain outcomes. These are outside our sphere of influence. By focusing only on what we can control, we free ourselves from unnecessary worry and anxiety. We stop trying to control the uncontrollable and instead put our energy into areas where we can make a real difference. This doesn't mean we stop caring about outcomes or become passive. Instead, we do our best and then accept whatever happens, knowing that we've done what we can. It's about taking responsibility for our actions, but not burdening ourselves with outcomes that aren't up to us. So, why should we practice detachment? What are the benefits? Let's look at a few key reasons why detachment is so powerful. Reduces stress and anxiety. When we let go of trying to control everything, we naturally reduce stress and anxiety. We realize that it's okay not to have control over everything and that things will happen as they will. This mindset shift brings a sense of calm and inner peace. Increases focus and productivity. By focusing on what we can control, we become more efficient and productive. We're not wasting time and energy worrying about things we can't change. Instead, we're channeling our efforts into actions that have a real impact. Improves relationships. Detachment helps us manage our expectations of others. When we stop trying to control how others act or feel, we approach relationships with more acceptance and less judgment. This leads to healthier, more harmonious interactions. Enhances emotional resilience. Detachment builds resilience by teaching us to adapt to whatever life throws our way. When we're not attached to specific outcomes, we become more flexible and can handle setbacks and changes with grace. Promotes inner peace. Ultimately, detachment helps us cultivate a sense of inner peace. We realize that our happiness doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on our own state of mind. This understanding leads to a more stable and enduring sense of well-being. Now that we understand the importance of detachment, let's talk about how to practice it in our daily lives. Here are some practical steps you can take to cultivate detachment. Identify what's out of your control. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, take a moment to identify what's causing those feelings. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, remind yourself that it's okay to let it go. Focus instead on what you can do or how you can respond. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is a great tool for detachment. By staying present and fully engaged in the moment, you avoid getting caught up in worries about the past or future. Practice mindfulness meditation, take deep breaths, and ground yourself in the present to help detach from unproductive thoughts. Use the Stoic technique of premeditatio malorum. This is the practice of imagining possible negative outcomes to prepare yourself emotionally. By mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios, you become more prepared and less fearful. This makes it easier to detach from the need for things to go perfectly. Focus on your values. Align your actions with your core values rather than external outcomes. Ask yourself, am I acting with integrity, kindness, and courage? When you focus on living according to your values, you find fulfillment within yourself, regardless of how things turn out externally. Practice self-compassion. Detachment doesn't mean being hard on yourself. Practice self-compassion by acknowledging that it's okay not to control everything. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when things don't go as planned. Reflect regularly. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts and actions. Journaling can be a great way to process your experiences and identify areas where you're holding on too tightly. Use this time to practice gratitude and recognize the things that are going well. Let me share a quick personal story about detachment in action. There was a time when I was really stressed about a project at work. I was so focused on getting everything perfect and meeting all the expectations that I was constantly anxious. I realized that a lot of my stress came from trying to control things I couldn't, like how my colleagues would react or whether the client would like the final result. I started practicing detachment by focusing on what I could control: my effort, my preparation, and my attitude. I decided to do my best work and let go of the need for a perfect outcome. This shift in mindset made a huge difference. I felt more relaxed, more focused, and even enjoyed the process more. In the end, the project went well, but more importantly, I learned that my peace of mind didn't have to depend on external validation. That experience taught me the power of detachment and how it can transform the way we handle challenges. Detachment is a powerful practice that helps us navigate life with more ease and less stress. By letting go of what we can't control and focusing on what we can, we create a more positive, resilient, and fulfilling life. Remember, detachment isn't about not caring, it's about caring wisely. It's about freeing yourself from the unnecessary burden of trying to control the uncontrollable and finding peace within yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from learning about detachment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights on living a Stoic-inspired life. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or any personal experiences you have with practicing detachment. Until next time, stay calm, stay centered, and stay stoic.